Hey guys, so alright, so I already did one eye just to make everything quicker, and I did a cut crease, so I'm going to show you how I did that like really fast. So I started off with the Tarte Clay palette, and this is the face shaping palette, so this is actually for like contour and stuff, but I'm using it for the eye. So this color that I'm going with first is called Ember, so I'm just using that for like a crease color, and this is basically how I start my cut creases off. I start them as like a regular eye look just to make it like a little bit easier. So I have that in my crease, and then after I put that color in my crease, I start to go darker and darker with every color. So now, this color that I'm adding is the color Timber. So that's like the darkest brown shade in the palette. And I'm just doing that to create like a little bit of depth, and so it'll get darker and smokier, and then after that I always go back and I clean everything up. So I just feel like this way is just the easiest way for me. Everybody does their cut creases differently, but for me this is how I do it. And then now here, I'm just working with a black eyeshadow. It could be any eyeshadow, but I'm just doing this to make it a little bit darker. And now here, I'm just going over that black color with Ember. So you're always going to want to go back and blend that darkest color out with the first color that you started. And then I just go back and I always add color and blend as I go along, because it's harder to take away product than add product. So I can always go back and just add. And again, I'm just adding this black, blending it out, adding more black, blending it out. So I guess you could basically understand what I'm saying by now. It's just that I kind of just blend it and add as I go until I'm happy with it and I feel like it's got enough like dimension and blend. So now here's when I'm going to just take my concealer, and this is MAC's Studio Finish Concealer. So it's a thicker concealer and it's a cream consistency. So you definitely just want to set this after you're done. But I'm cleaning up all that mess under my cut crease. So now you can see that I'm just like basically cleaning up under. And then if you want, as always, you could always go back and just add some black to make it even more intense. And that's what I'm doing right now. I'm just adding some more black, just a little bit, just a touch, so it looks like it's got more dimension and it's like 3D. So that's always what you want your cut creases to look like. And then I just go back and make sure it's blended together. So now I'm just basically doing some winged liner. So I have an entire video dedicated to that, so if you want to go check that out, you can. But this is just some good old wing liner, so as I always do it. And then I added foundation after that, so I just mixed the Laura Geller and the L'Oreal Pro Glow, in case you guys were wondering. So that's what's on my skin. And then I'm just putting some eyeliner, as you can see, and then I'm blending the eyeliner out with the color Ember again, and then I also use Timber to blend that out as well, just to make it darker. So with this, it is Halloween, so you could go as dark and as smoky with the other eye as you want to, because this is a Halloween makeup, so nothing is too dark and nothing is too scary or smoky. So that's the fun thing about Halloween makeup. So here I'm just applying some Tarte Shape Tape, like always, and you don't really have to use concealer. I just used it because, I don't know, I did. But yeah, I'm just applying some concealer here. So now here is when I start like the actual like designs on my face, or whatever you want to call them. So I just took my eyeliner brush and I started off with like a shadow, just to kind of like mark my face up so I could see kind of what I'm doing, because I totally like winged this tutorial. Like I didn't know how to go upon this or like what I was really doing. So I kind of just like played with it the entire time. And basically with these types of things, you always want to make sure you're just like adding dimension, like always. Like even when you're doing eyeshadow, it's the same thing. So I'm just like using like I said, here is like a base. And then I don't know what happened. I lost a bunch of footage, and this was like the next clip that I had. I do not know what happened to the footage that I had in between that. But basically all I did here was I just put white paint in the middle. So that's all I did. It was the same thing. I just added white paint. So now, again, I'm just trying to make this darker. So now I'm actually using like a black paint to make it look more defined and kind of just like give it some shape. And then on the outer edges, I want it to look like it's kind of like smoked out, kind of. I don't know how to describe it. So yeah, I'm kind of just blending that out on the edges with a brown eyeshadow. And this is the color Ember again. So it's basically the same brown color that I used on my eyes. So I actually didn't use like too many different palettes for this. So again, you always want to make sure that you're blending out those edges of whatever you drew, because when you blend it out, it makes it look more like dimensional and better. So you just want to make sure you do that. So that's what I did here. I just added the white in the center, and then right outside the white, I did like a harsh black line, and then outside of that, I just made sure it was like extra like smoky looking. So here again, I'm just making sure that black is like more defined, because I felt like it really wasn't that defined. So then I just tapped over it with a brown eyeshadow just to make it look a little bit softer. And I'm doing the same thing for the other side. So I'm going to do the same thing for the other eye basically. It doesn't have to be the exact same shape, but I'm going to do the same exact technique on the other side. And the only thing that you might want to do is start out with the smokiness. So just like kind of like make sure that brown is already placed and smoked out. Oh, by the way, yeah, halfway through I was like, oh, I'm going to do contour. So that's what I did. You don't have to do that. But yeah, you could place that brown and kind of like smoke it out first, and then do like the black lines if you want. But I just started off with the black lines so I could kind of place it and see like where this was going to go and what I was going to do. But yeah, so I'm doing the same exact thing on the other eye, and I'm just adding the white in the center. And I also decided to put it through my brows, like halfway through that. So you could put it toward you, in your brows, I mean, if you want to too. And then yeah, and then I'm just adding the black, more black and more black and more brown, just to blend it out. Again, blending it out. And yeah, so this is basically like my technique for that. If you want, you could try it and see if it works for you, but this is just how I decided to go upon it. And as I went through it, I just kept adding like more black and like smoking out more and more dimension. So these are Ariel Antoinette _ makeup lashes in the style Ariel, and that's her Instagram name. So if you want to check her out, because these are the lashes that I'm wearing. So I'm just placing them on, and these are like super big and dramatic, so I thought these would be perfect for a Halloween look. And then I'm just covering up that glue, of course. So now I'm taking my Makeup Forever palette, and this is their cream palette, and I always use it for like Halloween, of course. So now I'm going to do like a little nose, a little clown nose. And I'm really not getting like too detailed with this. I'm really just placing that that red paint in the center, and then using black paint to kind of like just smudge out the edges, but I'm not making it like super defined or like 3D or anything like that. This is really nothing special. So then I'm taking a liquid lipstick from The Balm, and it is a red lipstick. And this is in the color Devoted. So this red is actually so pretty. I don't really wear it often, but after seeing it in this video, it's like so pretty. So I've got to wear this more often. It's so nice. And yeah, like I said, it's called Devoted. So also, I lost the rest of this clip, but I did end up adding some like lower lashes, by the way. But anyways, I'm not finished with this lip. So I'm sorry, I'm like jumping around so much in this video, but that's just how I did the look. I was like jumping around the entire time with the makeup. So now for the lip. I'm making like a pointy lip. So I'm kind of just starting at the edges of my lip, and I'm using a black eyeliner because that just stays better. Like, I would recommend using eyeliners for these types of things because it just stays better than the paint, in my opinion. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing, and I'm kind of just making it like pointy, like I said. So I'm using concealer to clean it up, but I'm just using my eyeliner brush for this, and I'm just gonna keep on going and basically like adding to that lip until it looks like nice and pointy, and like my mouth is like longer. So that's what I'm trying to do here, and I'm just going around the whole lip as well with this. And then I took some white paint and I made some like lines in the center of the lip to give the illusion that it's like the lips are bigger or whatever. So that's what I did. It's a nice little touch. And yeah, so that's basically what I did for the lip, because obviously I did the same thing for the other side. I just made sure it was pointed. You could do like half face. That would be pretty cool if you did like half face of this, and then half face maybe beauty or like another look. That would be cool. But now I am going to just go on to doing my neck, and I'm I'm just doing stripes. So I'm doing black and white stripes, and like I said before, you can get like creative with this. It doesn't have to be black and white. It could have even been like red or like any other color that you incorporated in this look. But I just wanted to keep it like kind of black and white scheme with like that pop of color with the lip. So that's what I did for the neck, and I really didn't do this neatly. So as you can see, I kind of just like did the stripes down my neck. And I really only did it in like the center of my neck. Now looking back at this video, I don't know why I only did the center. You can go around like onto the shoulders and like really around the neck, but obviously you would have to do the back of the neck, but you get what I'm saying. So yeah, this is just what I ended up doing. But if you want to make yours a little bit neater, that would kind of be nice, because I didn't make mine very neat at all. But this is how I did the neck. And I used my Makeup Forever Flash palette. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but I'm using the same paint that I used on my face, on my neck. And then the only thing with this is that you just have to make sure that you set these paints. So you definitely want to put like a black eyeshadow on top and a translucent powder on top of the white, because girl, this will crease on you so bad, and especially the neck. Like mine didn't really hold up that well the entire day. Like I did wear this look actually for like a couple hours. I know I'm like weird because I didn't even do anything after this, but I just left it on and it did crease. So it's like so hard to get the neck part not to crease. The face is a different story, but the neck, you know, you obviously moving your neck all the time, so it's really hard. So just make sure you set that like properly. So yeah guys, this is the last step of my Halloween tutorial, of my first Halloween tutorial for the year. So let me know if you guys want to see anything else, because I would love to at least try it for you guys. So I'll see you in my next one, and like I said, recommend things for me to do for my next one. And thank you so much for watching, and I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye!